why Ben 10 can beat Goku, Superman, and pretty much anyone. Guys, I don't know anything about Ben 10, so I'm really, really curious if someone can surpass the debate of Superman Goku and be like, no, I got them all beat. And as far as I remember, Ben 10, isn't he like a kid? So, all right, put your opinion in the comments first before we get started here. Can Ben 10 beat Goku and Superman? Let me know. Can it beat them both if they're on the same side?
Whether you're a hardcore Ben 10 fan or just furious at me for challenging your own favorite hero,
I'm confused.
This video will break down why Ben Tennyson is one of the most powerful characters in fiction ever.
Really?
I'm Kuro the Artist, and I'm going to show you why Ben can beat Superman, Goku, and pretty much anybody he faces.
Hold on. We got to look at this picture here.
Ben can beat Superman, Goku, and pretty much anybody.
He's got everybody from everything. The dolphin from Echo is up there. Samus, like everybody's up there. What is the deal? How powerful is Ben 10? That's what I need to know first. I have no idea.
Spawning 4 series and movies of heavy continuity, Ben 10 is easily Cartoon Network's most fleshed out character.
Okay.
While I will mainly focus on Superman and Goku in this video,
Now, I think the reason I don't know much about Ben 10 is because I might have been a little bit old. I might have been high school or older, possibly. I don't know when Ben 10 came out, but in the early 2000s, I was in high school. So I just know he's a kid. That's about it.
They are obviously the most popular and widely accepted standards of fan-made versus battles.
True.
I'm going to start from Ben's most basic abilities.
We know that on this
and make
channel.
my way up to his most powerful ones in the end. Just to get an all-around...
It just looked like a little bit older, skinny kid in his most powerful version, but okay.
Feel for the character for those unfamiliar with his real potential. To emphasize, I'm going to show you how Ben can beat the most basic street-level characters and then work my way up to the top tier. So stick around. You'd be surprised what this kid can do.
Does he transform?
Work my way up to the top tier. So stick around. You'd be surprised what this kid can do.
He's like changeling or something. So does he not actually have any power? It's like the watch or something, right? Basics. That's where I need to be. I don't know.
Ben Tennyson is equipped with the Omnitrix, a level 20 tech device built by First Thing.
Let me know when Ben 10 came out, and let me know, like, if you were into that and why. Was it because he was so powerful, or was that not really something you thought about?
Azimuth of the Galvan. This device allows Ben to transform into various alien creatures from across 2 galaxies that we know of, and utilize their abilities to, you know, save the world.
Okay, so is this going to be a thing where ultimately at the end it's going to be like he can transform into Superman, he can transform into Goku, but he says beat them though. That would be like matching yourself. I don't know, I'm curious.
At the end of the series, the Omnitrix contained 1,912 aliens. 99 have been unlocked, 71 named, and 61 Ben has been shown transforming into on screen. Ben has been in possession of 3 different Omnitrix devices across the 4 shows. The original Omnitrix, which had a 10-minute time limit to his transformations, and also caused Ben to transform into the wrong alien multiple times.
He's got to beat Superman in 10 minutes? Man, Goku's battles go on for like days. That's crazy.
Which then recalibrated after 5 years, fixing all of those problems. Until he and Kevin tried to hack the Omnitrix and broke it again. Good going, guys.
Nice.
Unfortunately...
So what is his power when it's broken? Is he just a kid? Is that kind of what that is? Or does he have something about him he can do?
Ben sacrificed that Omnitrix to prevent Vilgax from using it to power his Bioid army. Having no choice, Albedo gave Ben the Ultimatrix, which functions similar to the original Omnitrix, but now includes an evolution feature. According to the late Dwayne McDuffie, the evolution feature worked by placing the selected species in a simulation, right down to the DNA, for an extended period of time, about 1 million years or so, in what is described as the worst case scenario. The actual DNA is then simply modified to match the new DNA. This survival of the fittest routine explains why the evolutions are more combat-centered than their...
Wait. Is he saying that the alien DNA that he has in that thing, they've put it into like a rapid evolution to see what that DNA would turn into in a survival of the fittest situation? Is that what he's saying? So in other words, say he's got a T-Rex, right? But a T-Rex becomes small and weak, so it needs to evolve to be like even bigger and stronger? Is that kind of what's going on here? That's what I'm getting out of it. I don't know if that's quite right.
Normal forms. So basically, if you threw an alien into a non-stop war zone for about 1 million years, this is what it would evolve into to survive.
Okay, yeah, all right.
However, at the end of Ultimate Alien, Azimuth deemed Ben worthy of the official Omnitrix, which he had been working on since Ben found the prototype 6 years ago. But let's take a look at some of the actual...
Now, I know you guys, the lore probably goes deep, but he said he found. Is that how Ben 10 got involved in this? Apparent Green Lantern ring? Is he just found it? Like, or did it find him like the Lantern ring?
Alien transformations. More often than not, Ben's aliens all share the same characteristic of giving Ben some form of enhanced strength. Spider Monkey and Kickin' Hawk have been shown to be excellent choices for one-on-one combat. Ripjaw's teeth and jaw are strong enough to tear through even the toughest of metals. And of course, there's forearms. Ben's Tetraman form is strong enough to not only catch 4 missiles out of the air and clench onto them as they continue to move, but change the direction of them simply by turning his wrist.
Wait. Now, are these also, I don't know the terms, guys, Ben 10 people with little change things on their wrists? Or because they all have powers. Like, he's just a kid with a watch, right?
He can also smack his hands together to create a powerful sonic wave that could push back basically anything in his path.
Right.
Humongosaur is even a step up from that. According to Eugene Sun, in Humongosaur's base form, he is strong enough to lift up a Toku Star, which averages about 120 feet tall and weighs between 55,000 and 74,000 pounds. Humongosaur can then sextuple in size, multiplying his strength by 6, making his maximum recorded strength about 444,000 pounds. Then of course, there's Waybig, an actual Toku Star, who I don't really feel like needs an explanation for his strength.
You don't need, I need to know. Why does he not need an explanation? I have no idea.
First alien that comes to mind whenever speed is mentioned is Accelerate, one of the original 10 aliens in Ben's arsenal. At age 10, Ben's can accelerate.
Okay, hold on. He's not changing into the actual alien, right? Like, he's not summoning an alien. He's got the copy of their DNA, right? So, like, that alien is out there somewhere or in a prison or something, and he can turn into that alien. Is that right? So is that what they were showing us earlier, the forearms and all that? Was that Ben 10 in those forms? I'm so confused, guys. I didn't even know what questions to ask when he was showing me those. Now I'm starting to think about it. I'm like, wait, okay.
Form can clock up to 500 miles per hour, about 65% of the speed of sound. It is unconfirmed just how fast Accelerate gets as Ben ages, but it was hinted that Ben is able to travel globally within seconds by age 30.
Okay, well, that's much faster than the speed of sound. Much faster than the speed of sound. It's like Mach, who knows what.
Another speed alien Ben has is Fast Track, but I'm going to skip over his specs as he has already been confirmed to be slower than Accelerate. But to top that, Ben would have to transform into Jet Ray. His aerophibian form is versatile in both air and water. In the Ultimate Alien episode...
Okay, now I gotta say this. We're only a few minutes in. 4 minutes in, okay? Nothing that I'm seeing shows me that he can beat Goku or Superman. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Like, he's just showing me the basics of how he works. That's what he said. He's showing me the basics of how he works. He's not showing me his power yet, I guess.
Eye of the Beholder. Ben was able to travel across the galaxy at hyperspeed and stick a perfect landing. He is also able to breathe in space, which, you know, Goku can. Jet Ray has also been stated...
Oh, okay. So Goku's definitely more fragile than Superman. That's something I've been wondering. Goku can't breathe in space. Superman can either, depending on the version, breathe in space or not need to breathe in space, or he can hold his breath for like an hour or something and he's good, you know, when he's up there.
To be even faster when he's underwater.
I kind of think it's dumb if Superman has to breathe. If he's that powerful and he gets his energy from the sun should be able to provide him with anything his cells need.
But his maximum speed has not been shown. This leaves Clockwork, Ben's Chronosapien form, who can slow down time to a complete halt, yet move through any terrain with ease. Hunter Zolomon, aka Zoom, one of the Flash's greatest threats, also had the ability to slow down time rather than just run at super speed. With that power, the Flash has stated that even at his fastest, Zoom was still a blur.
That's a really powerful power. Here's why. Are you slowing down time for the entire existence of everything? All the universe? You know what I mean? Like, you're not going fast, you're slowing things down. So that affects fast affects you. Slowing it down affects everything. The moons around the planets, all kinds of stuff.
So you can imagine what the Flash might feel about seeing an entire planet of aliens doing the very same thing.
That makes sense.
While not quite on his cousin Gwendolyn's level, Ben is also an incredibly skilled fighter, with and without the Omnitrix.
That's
even
Ben.
In an alternate universe where Ben never even
So a lot of these aliens he's showing us is Ben.
found the Omnitrix nor heard of aliens existing, he still had some pretty good moves. He is skilled in numerous fighting styles for hand-to-hand combat, from training with his cousin, the Plumber Academy, and just copying what he's seen off of video games.
Got a little Batman.
He's also been shown to use both close-range and long-range weapons. When you throw the Omnitrix back into the mix, Ben can be extremely creative and adaptive with his transformations. When Kevin Levin, former enemy and now best friend of Ben, absorbed the first 10 transformations from 10-year-old Ben's Omnitrix, Ben taught Kevin how to combine his alien's abilities to create unique and powerful attacks.
Accelerate speed, plus forearm strength, plus diamond head invulnerability equals...
One lean punch!
I guess after 6 years, though, the lessons didn't stick.
Doofus, you've got the powers of a ghost. Come in already.
At the end of Season 2 of the classic series, Back with a Vengeance, Ben has temporary access to the Master Control, allowing Ben to switch between alien form at will without having to turn human first, and no time limit for his transformations. And just look how effortlessly versatile this 10-year-old...
Okay, I got a question. I'm noticing like he transformed when he was captured into something small, then got away. Is like Ben's transformations, is there a lot of plot holes in it? It's like, wait, why did he do that? People do that with Superman all the time. Like, why didn't he just use his laser eyes or his freeze breath in that situation? Why did he do that? Does that happen a lot where it's like he could have just changed into that thing he changed into last time?
Is executing a multitude of evasive and offensive moves while constantly changing form every few seconds. While scenes like this are very visually stunning, think about how much cognitive dexterity you would need to pull this off.
I agree.
At the time,
Yeah.
Ben had 12 transformations, so his decision-making for exactly which form to change into and what to do with it as the events are happening are incredibly impressive.
I would agree with that,
Years
yeah.
later, he has only gotten better, and can now change form mid-battle whenever he wants without the Master Control. However, now his transformation time limit is based on how much energy the Omnitrix has, instead of an exact time frame. So
Yeah, they said 10 minutes.
depending on how Ben uses the Omnitrix, transformations can last anywhere from a few hours to just a couple of brief seconds.
Wow.
But Ben also has the option to turn on the Lifeform Lock, which genetically locks Ben into a single transformation with no chance of a timeout, should the situation call for it.
Can he get out of that? Is he able to get out of the life lock? Power.
No segue needed, I'm just gonna jump right in.
Okay.
Toddler Pyronites, or baby heat blasts, can reach supernova temperatures whenever they have a tantrum, so an
Okay.
adult Pyronite can speak for itself. There's also NRG, whose body emits a constant
NRG.
radiation so harmful to most species that he has to stay in a full-body cage whenever he's off his home planet. Atomics can
Dang.
execute and manipulate an unknown powerful nuclear energy and is easily one of Ben's strongest
You call it a
transformations.
full-body cage. It's a spacesuit. It's what we all do when we have to go to a different planet. We wear spacesuits. Not that I have personally, but I hear that's what happens to happen.
Ben usually refrains from this form unless absolutely necessary due to its destructive nature. Moving back to previously mentioned aliens, Waybig can emit powerful cosmic beams when he crosses his arms that are strong enough to damage Dagon, a multi-dimensional being made of living energy. Waybig's cosmic beams can hurt living energy. There's Clockwork, who can fire time rays.
Okay, that's important information. Waybig's beams can hurt pure energy. Superman absorbs solar energy. Now, I'm not sure much about Goku in this situation, but that's interesting. That's interesting. Now, he would have to switch forms to, useful things back and forth, but okay.
Which basically rapidly
I'm finally starting to kind of get it a little bit.
whatever it targets into dust, instantly killing them. Now, even if all of that is not enough to convince you that there's more to this Omnitrix bearer than meets the eye, there's one final transformation that basically takes the cake.
Okay.
And that, of course, is Ben's Celestial Sapien form, Alien X.
Alien
His
X,
powers
so,
are the
okay.
ability to alter reality in any way he wants with no potential limit.
Oh my good. Well, yeah. Alter reality in any way he wants with no potential limits. So he could just alter the reality of the sun being absorbed by Superman, or of, Goku tapping into his, ki energy or whatever they call it. Like this.
Seriously. He can manipulate time, space, create whatever he wants, destroy whatever he wants, etc. Now, omnipotence is definitely an ability you'd want to keep in check. So
Yeah.
Celestial Sapiens all have 3 personalities that share one body. When Ben transforms into
Nice.
Alien X, he becomes one of these 3 personalities. For him, there's Bellicus, the voice of rage and aggression. Serena, the voice of love and compassion. Ben takes the place as the voice of reason. And yes, each Celestial
Okay.
Sapien has their own unique trio of floating heads. To do anything, at least 2 of the 3 personalities must agree to execute the motion. So if you became Alien X and wanted to, say, turn someone into a fish or something, you have to debate with the personalities and convince at least one of them to agree with you that it's a good idea, and then you can do it.
So if he needed to win for the greater good, he could. If he wanted to pick a fight, that probably wouldn't go so well. Because it sounds like though he has access to this form, he does not have full control over it. He's got the other personalities, or what did he call it? Whatever, you know, the Trinity type thing going on.
This could lead to a disadvantage in battle, as there are times where Ben is still debating with Bellicus and Serena, so his body is completely motionless.
But,
He's still
but if he can affect space and time, but I guess they have to debate that too. Like, should we go back to where we were before?
Indestructible in that state though, so it doesn't exactly leave him vulnerable. It just doesn't get anything done either. There are many times where Ben has successfully used Alien X, such as his debut episode where he was able to rewind time but only in a specific spot, or in Omniverse where he failed to stop
That was very Superman and the Great Wall of China, Superman 4.
the Annihilarch from blowing up the universe, so he just created a new one. Yup, from episode 4 of Omniverse onward, everyone and everything in the universe gets obliterated, so Alien X creates an exact duplicate, spared for some minor changes to reality. Ben's not perfect, guys. However,
Duplicate.
Ben was actually able to bypass that and gain full control over.
So it's like he didn't actually bring people back. He just created a duplicate of them? So they actually are kind of dead? Oh.
For Alien X in the episode Universe v Tennyson, where Ben is actually put on trial by all the other Celestial Sapiens for recreating the universe as it violates the Multiverse Preservation Act. Nearly losing the trial, Ben resorts to the Tetraman Trial of Combat and has to fight another Celestial Sapien. Ben convinces Bellicus and Serena to, quote, give him the keys to Alien X, and they could just float in the corner somewhere and argue all they want for eternity and Ben won't bother them. And they actually agree. So Ben, as a limitless Alien X, ends up defeating the Gladiator and is found not guilty on trial. Sort of. There's a lot more to the episode, so I would just go and watch it. And since then...
Why do they need to punch with their hands if they're manipulating time and space? I also didn't quite understand if he was saying that he agreed he'd never use them again. Is that what he was saying? Or was that not quite what it was?
Ben is able to casually use Alien X whenever he wants, for whatever reason. And it's honestly pretty awesome.
What's Benno doing up there? Sounds like a war zone.
Ben has control of Alien X.
He could trap Superman in a room made of pure kryptonite, with walls that are 50
that
feet
makes
thick.
sense.
He could drain all of the power out of Goku until there's nothing left. He can make it so they never even existed. Or as Kevin put,
They could just blink and we'd be gone.
Okay, so the reason, we're still not even really close. The reason that he can beat him is because of this Alien X he has access to. But if Superman just blasts his watch and says, I'm going to pick a fight with you now, he can't do nothing, right? Am I missing something? Like, I mean, all they got to do is realize that he would have to decide to defeat them as Alien X first for him to have a chance. Otherwise, either one of them could just be like, no, we're taking out your stupid little watch.
still not convinced? Well, Ben 10's the kind of show to give you not one, not two, but 3 alternate versions of Ben's future, where each one has their own special ability. This is because every time Ben met his future self, knowing his future would cause it to change, and because every iteration of the series wanted to make their own Ben 10,000. Because why not? It's awesome, it's creative, and it's rare where stuff like this is the norm in a TV show. So there's the first alternate future introduced in the classic series, who's simply just Ben 10,000. This one comes from
He's old. Does he get old?
a future where Ben never had to sacrifice the Omnitrix in order to stop Vilgax at the end of Alien Force, and wore the same Omnitrix throughout his entire life. This Omnitrix came with the ability to obtain DNA that was not previously in the Omnitrix, upon coming into contact with the alien. Now, it was also stated by Dwayne McDuffie that upon the Omnitrix's recalibration, it unlocked a feature we'll just call the data dump. Upon transforming into a new alien species, the Omnitrix will import the creature's basic instinct into the user's brain. So if Ben ever becomes an alien that he's never seen before, he already knows how to use it within seconds. This was shown between the first 2 seasons of Alien Force. So, Goku and Superman are both aliens.
Yeah.
If either of them touched the Omnitrix at any point in time during the battle, Ben could scan their DNA and transform into them. With his own costume and color scheme, of course.
They had to touch it? how strong is that thing? Does that, like, when he transforms into another alien, is the alien still wearing it on its wrist? Like, how does that work?
Superman's power comes from the sun, and if Ben became a Kryptonian, both he and Superman would have the same power basis, and Ben would instantly know his moveset, being a perfect match for Superman. And hey, if anything goes wrong, Alien X. The second...
Okay, so that's what I was originally thinking, was that would be the case. I would have probably saved the Alien X thing for later if I was doing the video. I would have been like, you know, oh, okay, you think, you know, maybe Superman could beat himself? Well, we got this in the store.
Alternate future is
But
where
there could
Ben
be something else
10,000
coming.
was able to utilize the Ultimate feature all the way into adulthood. Fans tend to refer to him as just Ultimate Ben. He can use the powers of any of his aliens, including their ultimate transformations, while still remaining in his human form. He is also able to scan for new alien transformations at a distance this time via a yellow supermarket checkout beam. And if you remembered how I explained Ultimate transformations work, Ben could scan Goku and transform into an Ultimate Super Saiyan, making him the absolute fullest of a Saiyan's potential instantly. So
I don't know, though. The way the training takes for him to learn that stuff, he didn't even know how to use that stuff till he learned. He would have to learn it, right? Like, what do you Dragon Ball Z guys think about that? Do you, like, Superman's already full power. Like, that's where he is. He you know, but he didn't even know how to do the Superman Saiyan thing. What did y'all tell me? 1,000 years? Like it was a legend of a Saiyan, and then, you know, he went Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan. I don't know. That I'm not sure if that checks out as well. I think he could do Goku's solid form, but he might need time to learn. I mean, am I missing something when he talked about the alien DNA and all that? I don't know.
Ben could go Super Saiyan 3. Although not Super Saiyan Red or Blue though, because of the whole ritual thing. But hey, Alien X. Also, Ultimate Ben could do magic, one of Superman's weaknesses.
You hang around at Anodite for 20 years, you pick up a few tricks.
I think you guys always say it's Superman is vulnerable to magic, not weak to it, or it's the other way around. I don't know.
The third alternate future has Ben equipped with a device he built using his smartest alien transformations, which he calls the Omnitrix. To give him his own identity, we'll just call him Ben 10K. Now, Ben 10K can use the Omnitrix to fuse together any two of his aliens for seemingly infinite transformations. His most powerful one was also his most utilized one, Atomic X, the fusion of Alien X and Atomics. So using previous knowledge, Ben can transform into a fusion of Kryptonian and Saiyan DNA.
Why would he need... Ding! Why would he need to transform into anything else that the Alien X is? Like, why would he need to do that? Because Alien X is the top. Mixing Alien X with anything else, I would think, would bring Alien X down a peg, right? I don't know. That's hilarious there.
Which would be pretty freaking sweet. And even if all of that didn't convince you, even if you somehow still think there's a way.
Okay, some of the points didn't fully get me, so I'm listening.
Always the fact that basically, Ben can't die. The Omnitrix has a failsafe where if Ben were ever to actually die, the Omnitrix would quickly sample through all of Ben's alien DNA and reconstruct a new body for him to inhabit.
I thought you were... Nah, I always figured the Omnitrix had a failsafe that wouldn't let me die, and sure enough, it kicked in right when the Big Bang started.
Also, here's a picture of Ben holding an explosion the size of an entire universe in his hands. But if Ben really is all that powerful, why doesn't he ever do anything with it? Well, in the end,
if he could be that big to hold an entire universe like that, I don't think Superman or Goku has a chance. And that wasn't the Alien X dude?
Ben's a human. He can be impulsive, make mistakes, and takes advantage of his powers recreationally whenever he gets a chance. But his morals are very strong. It may be cliche, but all he ever really cares about is doing what's right.
What's it gonna be this time? Humongousaur?
Nah, Humongo's too close to what I'll be fighting. Gotta figure that thing's had a lot more experience being a dragon than I have.
Thinking it through, huh?
And according to him, there's always more than one way of getting something done.
Your friendship aside, the only responsible move is to take him down with all necessary force.
Then I don't understand why you're talking to me.
It's the logical move. It's the safest move. It's the sensible move.
But
it's not the Ben move. You trust people. You give them second chances.
Sounds a little Superman-like, doesn't it?
They live up to your expectations.
No! Stop hurting them!
This is a battle. We do what we must to survive.
These are human beings, Michael. They're under alien control. We take them down, not out.
Oh, that's Ben. Okay.
At the end of Ultimate Alien, Ben contained the Dagon's power
Again, answer the question. Where does that watch go? I saw that thing on that thing's chest. He wasn't wearing a watch though, right? So, like, where does it transform itself to?
inside of Ascalon, a reality-altering sword, and along with the Ultimatrix, he was basically already all-powerful, even without Alien X. But all he did was turn every human back to normal and then gave it all up. He doesn't need all of that power to save the world, and he knows it's not his place to misuse it.
As usual, you don't understand. You
I
have
like that.
proved your worth, but this inferior copy of my Omnitrix isn't worthy of you.
That's why even with a limitless Alien X, he will still rarely ever become him. And if he ever does, he'll never do anything more drastic than the situation calls for. Mutually, it's the same reason why Superman chooses to help and protect everyone instead of
totally ruling them like a god.
Or why Goku
I don't like stories like that.
always wants to fight people at their strongest. Hell, he even gave Cell a sensu bean.
Cell's used up a lot of his energy. It's only fair to let him fight Gohan at full strength, don't you think?
What? Do you hear yourself talk?
Ben Tennyson is the most powerful being in his universe, but it's his humanity that makes him worthy of all of that power.
I don't know how to thank you.
Keep doing the right thing.
Some movie always do the next right thing. I don't remember what that's from.
But where does that leave Ben now?
I
mean,
dude.
surely after spending a decade building up all of that continuity, the next series, Ben would finally be able to use all of his potential instead
Is Ben 10 still going on now?
of just, I don't know, rebooting everything and starting from the beginning, right? Oh. Alternative.
Did they do it too soon before the parents grew up? You gotta wait till the parents grow up and they want to watch that stuff with their kids.
If you'd like to see what I believe would have happened if they chose to keep going, you can check out my webcomic 5 years later, a crossover series with Danny Phantom where we finally get to see Ben at his absolute prime before transcending into
Cool.
Ben 10,000. It features character designs by the amazing Insane Dude 24, whose artwork you'll probably recognize if you're an active Ben 10 fan. You can also help support future projects by checking out my
Guys, if you want to support those, the link for this video is in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe to me. If you want me to learn more about Ben 10, let me know. If you want me to keep learning about, Dragon Ball Z or keep talking about Superman, I'm willing to do all that, guys. Anyways, don't forget to live like Superman. What does he do? He lives humbly, and he does good.